Welcome to the CURES digital show and podcast where we explore the cutting edge of wellness. I'm your host, Kara Sundlin. It is September, and that means we're getting in the spirit of fall organization, new routines, back to school, a lot of people going back to work. So how do we make our closet align with our best self? There's a system. Debbie Wright is a soul-inspired closet organizer and stylist who says really there are 3 questions to ask. We'll get to those. Hi, Deb.
Hey, Kara, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. You know, I keep saying I'm going to clean out my closet. I know when you're there, it's a lot easier, but it gets a little overwhelming. You look at all the stuff and you're like, ugh. And you say, really, we need to simplify it. And we start to simplify the process by asking 3 questions. What are they?
Yeah, so the 3 questions, and you're right, it's a tough exercise for a lot of us because there's a lot of emotions behind a lot of different categories of clothing, right? So I love the soulful approach to style. So the 3 questions that will keep you focused are, do I love it? You know, we talk a lot about touching each piece. So set aside some time because that's really where the meaning and, you know, practicality of this exercise come into play. So touch each piece. And I sort of outline pulling by category. Don't just dump out your whole closet because then your bed, it'll be very overwhelming. Maybe look at your denim to start. So take categories of clothes completely out of the closet. The first question, ask yourself, do I love it? Touch them, try them on. Second question, does it really exude who I am today? So is the style the person that you want to be right now? So get present with it. And then thirdly, does it flatter me, right? There are plenty of styles and trends out there we've all fallen victim to that aren't the most flattering, but we like them because they're really comfortable. But really, is it flattering evokes that emotion of how do I feel wearing the garment?
Okay, so a lot of us have goals, right? To lose weight or change. You know, women change as decades move on, and they might be saying, I'm going to get back into those jeans. Lots of people hold on to the jeans. I'm going to get back into them. Is that a good idea or a bad idea?
Well, if it's keeping you from living in the present, it's a bad idea. So it typically is a bad idea in my book because I hear it time and time again with all the closet consults and all the women that I speak to. What you're subconsciously saying, if you're holding on to the jeans either too small or too big, right? Like if I'm losing weight, well, I may want to save those that are too big because I might go back in. Or I'm going to keep these over here because I do want to get back in. Regardless, if it's taking you out of the present, you're distracted. And that's not a good thing, right? If you focus on looking and feeling your best right now, whatever that size is, whatever that style is, that's the way that you're going to be most successful. Because when you feel good in how you present yourself now, you're going to make better decisions because the feel good emotions then warrant the behavior to follow, right?
Right, and we can simplify this, right? I mean, most of us, we wear 90% of our clothes 10% of the time, right? So we could have a lot less in our closet and feel better and simplify. What's a way to simplify so we're not stressed out getting dressed in the morning?
Well, that's the thing, right? Clutter equals confusion is what I boil it down to. So let's look at the category of denim, for example. So what I've recommended for everybody to do, especially this season, go through the denim. I think so many of us have just hold on to jeans because they're always classic. They're always going to be in style. So start with those 3 questions. You know, do I love these jeans? We all know there's 2 out of 10 jeans that we love. Truly just get real. If one's too big, one's too tight, just purge them. If the ones that are really too small are motivating, maybe put them in a different closet if that's the emotion they evoke for you. But net it down, get it cleared, go to the 2 or 3 pairs that you wear time and time again because no one knows you're wearing the same jeans over and over. If you love them and they make you feel good, start with jeans. We all have too many. Get rid of the too big, too long, too big, too small, too long, too faded, too high, too low. Just get rid of them, donate, and go down to that 2 or 3 pair that really make you feel the best.
And you know, it's if you have the same thing, like let's talk about a lot of workout wear, right? I mean, that's something people are wearing their athleisure all the time. This is more of a practical question. Obviously, you want to get rid of worn stuff. I remember Oprah told us, like, there's no reason to buy something unless you're editing it and taking one piece out. So if you buy a new T-shirt, I guess theoretically you should donate a T-shirt and keep that nice energy going. However, like workout wear, I feel like is like everywhere. You know, in these old New England homes, if you live in Connecticut, we have small closets. So what are people doing with all their athleisure? I mean, a lot of people are gonna be heading back to the office now. They can't live in their yoga pants, and they've accumulated too many. And I feel like they just kind of make a mess of things.
They definitely do. And I'm sure there's an abundance of black leggings in most women's closets right now. So it's the same process, right? Like, keep it simple. I like what you said, you know, let's just make it as easy as possible. Pull out, dump out all the leggings. Look at the piles and the colors, right? If they're majority black, start to go through the same questions. If they're clearly worn, that's a good start, right? If they've been washed so many times, they're not quite the same color they used to be, that's a reason to exit. Get down to those few pairs that are really the best. We all have those leggings that hit us at the right spot, that are the ones we like the best. Maybe the side pocket that we have come to rely on so that we can put our phones in there. Maybe some that we have currently don't have that, so we don't like to wear those as much. Use the same rule of thumb, same 3 questions. Get rid of the ones that are worn. Get rid of the ones that when you do go into your yoga pose, they slide down a little bit. Just dial into the 3 or 4 pair that really do fit you and feel the best and are in the best condition.
Okay, so let's go through those 3 questions again. I know you're thinking, God, what did she say at the top? I got to remember those 3 questions. So how do we hold the piece? We're mindful about it, because that will give us clarity. Don't just lay in your bed and think about your clothes. Actually take one piece and hold it and ask 3 questions. What are those?
The 3 questions are, do I love it? Do I love this piece? Does this piece reflect who I am today? Does it fit my lifestyle? Who am I right now? Am I the walker, the exerciser? Am I going to the office? Whatever it is, how do I want to project myself? So does it represent who I am right now? And thirdly, does it fit and flatter me? How do I feel when I put this on? Because how you feel, that emotion you get, will drive behaviors. And that's a really important thing. We want to be mindful to feel great in our clothing. And feeling great, we can't feel great in an abundance of too much clothing, right? We know there are just a small number of items within each category of our closet that we feel the best in. And that's the goal. The goal doesn't matter the size, doesn't matter the trend. If we and you feel optimal and this is how you want to present yourself, that's the goal.
Okay, I love it. So if you are motivated and you're like, I'm going to do this, but if you're a busy mom like most of us, you're thinking, I don't have hours. And so you recommend starting with a section, right? Like we just go in and say, I'm going to start with just pants today, and maybe next week I do shirts.
Yes, absolutely. That way it's not overwhelming, and you don't have to do it all in one day. I mean, a dream day for me is when the house is empty and I can just organize and vacuum without anyone in my way. But that's not the reality most days, right? So if there's just a section you can do, don't feel like you have to take on your closet, the whole thing all at once. Pick a category. Leggings is a great place to start, right? We may be moving back to the office, getting out of that athleisure wear a little bit. Start with your leggings, dump the drawers out, pull them all out, whatever that category is, pull them out from all nooks and crannies, wherever you have that category tucked, and deal with that category. Go through the questions, touch each piece, and even make a donate pile, make a throwaway pile, make a donate pile, and a keep pile, and then only put back those really important pieces that make you feel your best. The next day, take on another category: blazers, tops, t-shirts. T-shirts, you know, all the summer clothes, before you put them away for the season, go through those, right? T-shirts, shorts, skirts, summer dresses.
So, well, you just brought up t-shirts. I think sometimes we hang on to them because they're events, or they're sentimental, or I went to that event, or I did this, or that signifies this. I got to be honest, I almost never wear them. Like, what should we be doing with them?
Yeah, Donate them.
Just
There are a
donate
lot
them.
of great thrift stores. And honestly, t-shirts, are something that people like, they have a certain school or a certain company or certain, people might find them to be treasures if you don't wear them. It's only clutter. And you and I are both believers in freeing up energy. That's causing a cluster, right? If
Yeah.
they're not being worn, taking up space, release them.
Okay. All right. Some good advice. And the simpler a closet is, I want to just talk about, some of the leaders, Barack Obama, Steve Jobs. They talked about decision fatigue, which is why they actually wore uniforms in their own mind. Like Steve Jobs, I guess, pretty much just wore his black turtleneck and his jeans. He could have bought anything in the world, but he decided not to waste time thinking about clothes. Does it help us if we're busy to have some sort of a uniform?
I think so. And, for most people who have a lot of different priorities in the morning, and that isn't one that they want to expend a whole lot of time, if it's causing you excess stress, if it's taking too long, then absolutely having your go-to uniform, again, it dials back to that, how you want to feel. If that's easiest, you dialed into those styles and silhouettes that project who you are right now and you feel amazing in them. Who says there has to be, 1,000 different varieties? It can just be your go-to right now, and then keep reevaluating. As soon as it doesn't suit you anymore, maybe there's a different uniform.
Yeah.
But absolutely, everyone is different.
I mean, my daughter wears a uniform to school, and she doesn't like it, but I'm sort of envious that she never has to think about anything in the morning. And on Mondays, where that's the most chaotic day, I usually say black is never wrong. So you'll notice if it's a Monday, I wear a lot of black because that's just simpler. Black is never wrong. So sometimes that can help us, right? If we're just feeling like too crazy, and other people, I have friends like my co-anchor, Scott Haney, who loves to wear crazy socks. So if that really makes you happy, great. I'd rather not have to worry about trying to find the mate. We'll end on that. What about the socks? Like how many loads do you go through before you just say, this doesn't have a mat and I'm getting rid of it? And what do you do with it? Because nobody wants socks. I know you always know great places to donate things. Is there anything we should be doing with things that really shouldn't go to Goodwill?
I know, honestly, I probably need to research that and think of a place to put all those lonesome socks. I actually toss them. There's probably a much better way to donate those. So I need to look into that. But yeah, same kind of thing. Like if your socks are in a drawer, right? I just went through all of that. It's like, all right, dump them out every once in a while. Just like, let's recalibrate. How many have mates? How many have just been washed a million too many times? And then again, pare it down. So yeah, that's one that probably gets gone through a little more frequently because they always get eaten somewhere along the way.
So if your husband's socks have holes on the bottom of them, clearly they're too old, right?
Yes. Dennis.
If you're married to someone who just believes in never throwing anything out. Okay. No, I appreciate you coming on because I think we're all getting that motivation to summer. We like to relax, and fall I always get that might be a good way to start with something like the sock drawer that you could probably do in less than 15 minutes. So if you start small, you're going to get a win and get a little motivated, and just remember those questions because I think sometimes we hold this and we go, oh, I don't know, I'll come back to it. Oh, I don't know, I'll come back to it. But if you hold it and ask those 3 questions, should you have to say yes to all of them? Do you need to love it? Do you need to have it be flattered? And do you need to have it be who you are today? Does it have to be yes to all 3 to keep it?
Yes, I would say absolutely. Those are the 3 parameters. However, again, if it really makes you feel good, I mean, I think that questions and the flow of the answer is just going to be natural, because if it really feels good, then you probably do love it. Right. And more than likely, if you still love it and it feels good, it probably reflects who you are today. Sometimes we hold on, and it's okay. There's a few times where, all right, this isn't exactly how I'm dressing right now. This is a little bit more conservative, but I still, maybe in that case, I still love it.
Yeah.
It still flatters me. And this is never going to go out of style. So I am going to put that, but maybe I won't put it and keep it in my prime real estate. Right.
Okay.
So that may be where I make that exception.
And then Debbie's a big fan of go buy the skinny velvet hangers all in the same color.
Yes. Allow that flow of energy. Everything looks so beautiful, like a little boutique.
Okay, like a little boutique. So, you know, I know you help people. You've come to many houses, lots of women and men too. Just shout out where people can
Yes.
find you in case you just want to invest and give yourself a gift. And maybe Debbie could help you with your closet, because sometimes you just need a body double who really knows what they're doing.
Thank you. Yes, you can find me at DebbieAllenWright.com.
DebbieAllenWright.com, and follow you on Instagram. What's your handle?
It's Debbie Allen Wright.
Okay, all words. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was all three of them. And of course, you can look for Debbie on QVC. She's got lots of, you're the rep for Lug, which has lots of beautiful bags and totes and things to organize us. So all kinds of organizing. Yes, you're the little Virgo. You're very organized.
Yes. Yeah.
It's your month.
It's in my genes.
It's your month, September. Yes.
That's right. Thank you
right.
so much for having me. Always so great to chat with you.
Thank you, Debbie. Thanks for being here. And everyone, if this content,
You're welcome.
Yeah, if this helps you, simplifies your life, makes you feel good, we got to feel good to feel well. And this is all about the cutting edge of wellness. Feel free to share this with your community. We appreciate that. It supports the work we do. You can follow me at Kara Sundlin and share this content there. Thank you for watching on WFSB Plus or the CURES podcast. Have a great day and be well.